Hello YouTube, I'm posting this video as a response to Got That Funk's video on circumcision. This is a response to some of the comments there from Curious1. They actually got me quite incensed and spurred me to make this video. So thanks Paul for doing this video on circumcision that sort of kick-started me on this. It's a subject I've wanted to talk about for a while, but it's rather personal and delicate, so I've been iffy about it. So thanks Paul, I appreciate it. It was a good video. And I just want to read out first of all the comment from Curious that got a response from me, which was quite incensed. Aside, I think there may be a very good reason for male circumcision and not female, and that is sensitivity. I don't think circumcision in a man decreases the overall pleasure of intercourse in a man. It just makes him less sensitive so that he will ejaculate later rather than sooner, and at a certain point he will have the same preclimatic sensations an uncircumcised man will have, because male sexual pleasure is centered around the penis and, except in rare cases, ends in ejaculation. To which my response was, or it makes it take so long that it hurts for one partner or another. The penis actually gets sore or injuries. The man finds he cannot achieve climax. Assuming your "it just takes men longer" to be true, it might still reduce pleasure. Your usage of the term sensitivity is important, because sensitivity and total pleasure are linked, but not identical, so even if your hypothesis of "it just takes longer to reach the same total pleasure" were true, it'd not be the same. And how fucking dare you say that you have the right to decide that for anyone else? Now I'd like to go through Curious's response to that admittedly angry response bit by bit, and give my responses in this video. Oh, you want to go there? Okay, fine. Yeah, I want to go there, Curious. This is a subject that strikes close to my bone, so it's fucking important. I'm all for what's best for a person health-wise, but leave my hoodless manhood out of the anti-theist movement. Forget that. This is not part of the anti-theist movement. I've not yet seen anyone ask for the banning only of religious circumcision, only of forced circumcisions. The fact that most circumcision in the UKs are religious in nature doesn't change the fact that they're wrong. The fact that most in the US appear not to be doesn't change the fact that they're wrong. It's a question of body autonomy, not a question of anti-theism. This bull is just another big finger to the church, and while I'm not crying over a fundy's hurt feelings, don't try to call me a half eunuch just because someone at college had another coffeehouse brain fart. That's a fine way to talk about peer-reviewed papers in reputable journals, sounding more than little like a fundy yourself there. You want to talk sexist? This is fast becoming misandry for anti-theism. Leave my junk the funk out. How is it misandrist to stand up for the rights of infant males, any more than it's misogynist to stand up for the rights of infant females? Is it because we're talking about problems that affect us as men? Bollocks to that, Curious. I don't call you a eunuch, or even half a one. As one snipped bloke to another, I know we can have some damn fine sex. But the problems in my first comment, I've had them. That's why this is a personal video. That's why it was difficult for me to make, because as blokes we don't talk about this very much, do we? It's not the sort of thing that's done. But as part of this anecdote, talking about this on the very few occasions I have with other men, in the barracks room, shower room, only one without a bemused look on his face, the only Muslim in the unit. Now, as I freely admit, I was a bit hostile in that first comment, but this is really starting to get to me. So I do apologise for my tone, and your following comment to Got That Funk was quite a bit better, and so I want to respond to that with a bit of sympathy. Be right, but as a circumcised male you were told it was cleaner, it didn't decrease pleasure, it was more pleasurable for the woman. Yeah, I was told the same, Curious, and I repeated the same myself, and when I saw studies that said, ooh, it did decrease pleasure, I just changed my tune and started saying it made the bloke last longer. I mean, I used to defend it as a hygiene idea, that it was a good idea if you were wandering around the desert for 40 years not to have something sand could get stuck under, as if that's relevant to someone living in the UK. Frankly, this is one time I'd like the lie over the truth. I mean, what are you supposed to do now? Break the chain. Don't get it done to your sons just because it was done to you. Don't let people mutilate their kids in ignorance. Stand up for people's body autonomy. As if guys didn't have enough performance anxiety issues, now we got to worry that we're missing out too. I understand you'd rather not think about it. I understand because I feel that way too. And generally I don't. I don't go around bemoaning the loss of my foreskin, and I try not to let it affect my love life. But I do get hurt up about it when people try and defend it with bullshit. I was circumcised because I'm Jewish, but I was more annoyed with my atheist dad than my religious mum. She's got a reason to do it. It's crazy, it's stupid, but it's a reason. My dad let it done for peace in the household. He didn't think there was any harm to it. Ignorance, that people those days didn't talk about it. People nowadays are only just starting to talk about it. So it's understandable. I didn't stay pissed off at long. But one of the reasons I think we circumcised men don't want to talk about it, don't want to admit that it's a wrong thing to have done, don't want to talk about downsides of it, loss of pleasure, loss of sensitivity, any harm that we feel we've suffered, is because if we do, we have to admit that people who honestly, truly love us very, very much hurt us deliberately. They might not have thought they were hurting us, they might not have thought they were doing anything particularly wrong, they might have thought they were doing a good thing for us, but they hurt us, and they took something from us that they shouldn't have. Curious. I hope maybe you've changed your mind a little on circumcision. As you can probably tell, I'm not opposed to body mods. That's fine. In fact, I might have got it done myself at age 13. It'd have livened up the bar mitzvah, sure. But I might have chosen to get it done as an adult. If I had the option, I might choose to get it done as an adult. But I don't have the option. That was taken away from me. That's what I think is wrong. It's about a loss of choice. So Curious, I'll agree with your last comment on this situation, but before that, a joke to lighten the mood. Why does God need all these foreskins anyway? He's making a wallet. When he rubs it, it'll turn into a suitcase. So Curious, I'll agree with your last bit. This sucks.